Hi guys, it's me. Just recording you a little how-to video to get you started with gemming your lace. You should have received 4 pieces of lace in different colours, 4 lace motifs, along with 4 colours of gems that go with them. Please do use these combinations, so red lace with red gems, blue lace with blue gems, etc. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is because we are hoping to use this lace to raise some funds by selling it at Moonrakers competition. So we need other people to buy it, and that means we need it to go with their colour schemes rather than what I'm sure would be your very creative colour schemes. To get started with gemming your lace, you're going to need your pieces of lace and your gems. You're going to need glue. You're going to need your white pencil thingy, which you're going to use to pick up your gems. You'll need something to put your gems in or on. Something like a mat or a saucer is ideal. And something to protect the work surface that you're working on from the glue. So I would suggest maybe one of the plastic bags that your lace came in. That's what I use for mine, as otherwise you will find that your lace sticks to the table, which mum and dad may not be too happy about. So I'm going to show you how I do mine. Hope you have fun. You know where I am if you have any questions. And I hope that this video is useful. Bye guys. So step 1, I've assembled everything I'm going to need. This is what I am using instead of the white pencil like you guys. It does exactly the same thing. It's made of wax and it's going to pick the gems up. And the way that you use that is you gently, the key here is gently, you tap it on the top of the gem and hey presto, it picks the gem up. Now it's not going to work when I haven't got glue here to put it down into, but you just set it down into the glue and it drops off of the pencil. So that's what my pencil is for. I've got my very old battered bottle of glue. I've got my lace and I've got my gems. Now I'm using a contrasting colour of gems today so that you can see what I'm doing on the lace. You'll most often find that you've probably got the same colour gems as the lace that you're working on. So for example, if you've got a pink piece of lace, then your gems will probably be pink as well. I'm not going to do that, and the reason I'm not going to do that is so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, where the glue is, that kind of stuff. Now, step 1, make sure your lace is up the right way. Now, I know this might sound a little bit daft, but lace has 2 sides. So this side is kind of shiny, and it's perfectly finished, and that's the good side of the lace. That's the side that we want. On the reverse, it's kind of like dull, and you can see almost like stitching and stuff. This lace isn't too bad for it actually, but try and make sure that you're using the good side of the lace. I wonder if I've got another piece of lace where it's a little bit more obvious for you. So here, for example, this piece of lace, that is the good side, and it's nice and shiny and it's got a really perfect finish. And then if I flip it over, it's like dull on this side, and that is the wrong side that will eventually be sewn to some fabric. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that that side is down when we're gemming, and we're going to be gemming onto the good side. So you've got your lace. I'm going back to my original piece because I like this one. You've got your lace, you've made sure that it's the right way up, you've got your glue, you've got your gems, you've got your pencil, ready to go. Okay guys, so please bear with me. My glue is really old and it may not behave particularly well. Hopefully, as yours is a brand new bottle, it will work a little bit better. What I've got is a piece of purple fabric here. You may not have fabric lying around at home, that's okay. Bit of paper will do just as well. You just want to A, check that your glue is coming out okay, and B, get used to the size of dots that you want to do. Now what you're aiming for with your size of dots, I'm going to bring this in so you can see it a little bit better, is it wants to be a little bit bigger once I've smushed the gem into it than the gem itself. So my dot of glue here is a little bit smaller than my gem, but when I put it in, it smushes up the side like that. So that's okay, that doesn't matter. The glue dries clear, so if you can see a bit around the outside like that, that's fine. Just bear in mind that when you're putting them onto the lace, they're going to be right next to each other, and you don't want to end up with this big blobby mess of glue. So you want to, if you can, to aim for it just to be slightly visible around the edge of the gem. Now that one's better. That's going to be a lot easier to work with when we're on our lace. So until you've got the hang of it, use a bit of fabric or some paper and just do yourself a few test glue dots, and then when you're done, that can just go away and we're ready to start on our lace. So I've got my lace on my plastic. I know it's not going to go anywhere or get stuck to anything. And I'm going to use the lace, and I'm going to get the pattern of the lace to tell me where I want to be gluing. So for me, I like it round the outside, so I'm going to follow the outline of my lace. It's up to you how you want to gem it. You do what you think looks nice. But as you can see, I'm using the outline of the lace. I'm doing little glue dots. I'm doing that many. Don't forget to put the lid back on your glue in between times. So I use about 20 glue dots, but you may start with about 10 would be better until you get the hang of it. So then you're going to pick up the gems one at a time with your pencil and set them into your glue really neatly like that. As you can see, it doesn't take very long, and you don't want to do too many glue dots before you start putting the gems in, otherwise what you'll find is they will start drying before you've got your gem in them, and then it won't stick. So be a little bit careful to make sure you do only as many as you can put the gems in while the glue's still wet. Make sure you're seeing a little bit of white glue around the outside of the gem, but not loads and loads. And then I see now I've made a little bit of a boo-boo there because my spacing's a little bit out. So I've just corrected a fraction by sliding it along in the glue. As long as you've got the glue underneath, it forgives an awful lot. So there's my first lot done, and it's as simple as that. And I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to go around all of these swirls doing my glue dots one at a time. I'm not going to make you sit through all of them. I'm going to finish that off now, and then I will show you the finished result. It really isn't any more difficult than that. All you need to try and do is be a bit consistent with the size of your glue dots, keep them far enough apart that you don't end up with a big gluey mess, and try and do something artistic with the design. Don't panic if you don't like it. If you find that you really don't like it, pull the gems off while the glue is still wet and start again. Not the end of the world. The glue dries clear, so you're not going to create a massive, great big mess. Don't panic. That said, if you listen to the design of the lace and you follow where it goes, to be honest, you can't go very far wrong. So if you follow this kind of design that I'm doing, you should find that that looks really nice when it's all done. Like I say, don't feel that you have to though. There we go. So there's another few that I've just managed to put on while I've still been talking. I'm now going to leave you. I'm going to do the rest and I'll be back in a minute. There you go then guys. I have now finished off my piece of lace. It's not a super neat job, as you can see. You can see some of the white glue, some are better than others. I prefer to see a little bit of glue because then you know it's properly stuck in place and you're not going to get gems falling off all over the shop. That being said, some are a little bit messy, but I'm not too worried because I know that it's going to dry clear. So in a little while, when it's all dry, I'm going to come back and show you again. My design, I've chosen to go all around the outside, double-edged if you like. That's the maximum sparkly version, so being a magpie, that is of course my favourite. I'll look forward to seeing what you've all done with yours, and I will be back in just a little minute to show you what it looks like when it's all dry and beautiful. Ciao for now. Hi guys, I'm back and it's done. So as you can see, it's now dry and beautifully invisible, looking brilliant. You'll see that I've dried it flat. I left it on my plastic, which I'm now just going to slowly, gently peel away. Might take a little bit peeling off, but that's okay. And ta-da, one fully gemmed lace hairpiece. So to do that, that took me pretty much the whole of my bag of gems. You're more than welcome to use all of them. If you find any that you've got left over, then give them back to me. I can always reuse them, but feel free to go to town if you want to. I think they look very, very pretty when they are fully sparkly. It's not my first choice to gem it in such a contrasting colour as this, but it's easier for me to show you what I was doing when I use these. These ones are called Crystal AB gems, and that means that they've got a special coating on them that makes them super shiny and reflect different colours. So that's AB on black. Not my absolute favourite, but that would look amazing on a dress, wouldn't it? So hopefully you guys have followed along and you're at the same kind of point as I got to here. You've got a beautiful finished gemmed hairpiece. Pick whichever of the four that you do that's your favourite, guys. That's yours to keep, and then give the rest back to me. We're going to sell them. I mean, if you've got friends and family that you think will want to buy them between now and then go right ahead. See if you can charge £6 for them, and if not, then we will sell them at Moonrakers competition. So, one last little close-up. Look at that, beautiful job. Easy. Right, good luck guys. Ciao.